My name is Cora and welcome to Craftopia, where we are creating a safe space for artists and crafters of all ages and experience levels to learn, create, explore, and grow. I'd like to invite you to check out our website at www.crafttopiawa.com, where you can learn more about our organization and vision and see a list of upcoming classes. You can also follow us on social media at CrafttopiaWA. Now, pull up a chair, get comfortable, and let's get crafty.
Hi friends, today we're going to make a fun little clothespin snowman. Well, just one snowman. Although I guess if you really wanted to make a whole army of snowmen, you totally could do that too. So I'm going to show you how to make it, and then it's up to you to play around and create some fun variation. So you've got two options as far as your snowman orientation goes. You can do it with the squeezy side up. That does make it easier to pinch because we'll be putting our hat on the top, so that gives a good pinch point if you want to use it to hang other things in. And you have a magnet to put on the back as well. Or you can do it the other way, and that way you'll be able to pinch and hang him on something like your clothing or a collar, anything along those lines. So you will want to decide which way you want to make it. I'm going to actually use mine for a hanger on my refrigerator. So I'm going to do it with his pinchy side down and his squeezy side up. All right, so first thing we got to do is make our snowballs for our snowman. Now you can do 2 or 3, however you'd like to make your snowman look, and you can leave them just the way they are with the big floof, or I'm going to show you how to work them down and make them a little bit smaller, tighter, and more snowball-like. So I want my snowballs to be different sizes. I'm going to go ahead and pull some of the cotton off one of these cotton balls. And I'm just going to do 2 because I really like the way 2 snowmen look, but you could certainly do a 3rd. You've got plenty of cotton there. Or again, if you want to break it down even further and do smaller snowmen, you can absolutely do that too. So I'm going to use the full cotton ball for my bottom, and then I pulled off about a 3rd. I'm going to set that aside. I won't be using that for mine. And we're going to just kind of work this around and make it even more into a ball shape. So just getting an idea about how big I want it to be, just so that I can plan accordingly, and I'm just kind of squishing it right now. And I'm going to rub this between my hands in a circular motion. So I'm going to squish it in the palm of my hand and then just rub my hands around and round. And this is going to make the fibers of that cotton ball compact and catch on them each other so that they will be a little bit tighter. Now this process is called felting, and it's just when you make friction among the fibers and they do kind of form a tighter wad. That's a pretty good looking snowball. Now the more you do that, the smaller, tighter, and harder the little snowball will end up being, so you can continue to rub it together and felt it until you are satisfied. I do want mine to still have a little bit of a fluffy appearance. I just want them to be a little bit smaller and rounder, so I'm not going to spend too much time doing this process. I think that actually looks pretty good. All right, so time to get gluing. I'm going to just lay things next to my clothespin to give myself an idea of where I want things to be glued. And we're going to use our tacky glue. You've got a little baggie. You can certainly open the side of it and scoop some out, or just snip a corner of the bag off and then you can use it as a squeeze. I've got my whole big bottle here, which is almost empty, which definitely makes it a little harder to work with because this glue is thick. But that's why we like tacky glue, because it is so thick and it grabs so quickly. There it goes. So I'm just going to put a dot of glue there where I want that snowball, a dot of glue there where I want that snowball, and a little line of glue where I'm going to put the hat. Okay, time to get those transferred on. Give a good push to adhere. Now this glue does grab pretty quickly, but it does take a little bit of time to dry, so I would recommend giving it about 12 or 24 hours to make sure it's thoroughly dry before you do too much messing with it. All right, time for some eyes. Put a little dot of tacky. Oop, come back here, eyeballs. Try again. Ah, my glue, come on out. All right, I'm going to cheat. I just opened mine up. I'm going to get a little dirty here because that's half the fun of crafting. Dunk him on my gluey finger. Put his eyeball on. Same with the second one. Now, if you have a marker, you can certainly add other details. If you'd like to add a button or a nose or a mouth, whatever you'd like. I'm keeping mine simple. Last but not least, you should have a little piece of ribbon in there to use as a scarf. Now, you've got a couple options as far as tying your scarf on too. I'm trying to trim off my little edge of my scarf here is frayed. I'm trying to trim that off, but my scissors are a little on the dull side now and don't want to cut very well. There we go. So, and tacky glue on the finger definitely doesn't help. Makes everything a little sticky. All right. So for my scarf, I'm actually just going to wrap it through the clothespin around his neck and then give it a little dab of glue to hold. So I want my pointies facing that way. So carefully, because I know my glue is still wet, I'm going to squish down on my hat, open my clothespin up a little bit, and bring it through about evenly. Now I'm not going to worry about gluing the underside of the scarf. I'm just going to add some glue on the top, which does mean I will have to get some more glue out of my bottle. All right, so I'm going to put a whole glob of glue right here in the middle, and I'm going to save just a little to put on the ribbon as well to attach it around the outside. So nice big squeeze there. And fold, come back here, silly snowman. Fold one around his neck, and then another little glob on top of that for the other half of his scarf to go around. All right. So once you have him glued, it's time to attach your magnet. This just has a little white adhesive on paper on the back. We can just peel that off. Carefully flip him over and attach to the back of our clothespin. If you're concerned about it coming off, you're welcome to add a little glue, but it's pretty decent adhesive, so it should stick on there pretty well. Like I said, give him about 12 to 24 hours to dry, and he is ready to stick onto whatever you'd like and hold your most important winter papers. I hope you had a good time crafting, and we'll see you soon.
We hope you had a good time crafting with us today. If you have any questions regarding this project, feel free to leave a comment below or send us an email at info@crafttopiawa.com. And be sure to hit that subscribe button so you won't miss out on any future crafty goodness. Until next time!